welcome back to my channel. It's Rachel. I am taping this on Thursday, and so hopefully I'll get this up tonight. I know I have not been doing my regularly scheduled Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday uploads, and some of that has to do with all the craziness that comes with all the coronavirus stuff, which I did ask you guys in my last video if you wanted to hear a little bit from a healthcare perspective or a healthcare worker's perspective. And for those interested, I will go over a little bit of my thoughts at the end of this video. For those not interested, just, you know, the first part will be a quick unboxing of a new box. This is the Macy's Beauty Box. I finally got it. But at the end, I'll go over some of my thoughts. It won't be long or belated, but just a quick summation for those folks who know me personally or on my personal social media that I kind of keep locked down and don't have open to everybody in the public. I have been fairly vocal about my thoughts on this, so I'll get into that later with you guys. All right, so the Macy's Beauty Box is $15 a month. It is a beauty box done by Macy's, which is a big department store. I've heard it's been hit or miss, but I thought it'd be fun to try it since I had recently gotten rid of some other boxes. And then I have a whole slew of boxes that I'm going to unbox later this week. My video scheduling got really messed up, so some of the videos I wanted to do, like ingredients videos, those are going to be put off just a little bit. Sorry guys, but it is what it is. All right, so in this, they have a little card here. It came in just like a regular box, and then it has your $10 off code for anything at beauty purchase at Macy's. And then they do talk a little bit about the products in here. And it comes in a little roll like this. I did peek, I always peek. So let's get into it. Anywho, all right. So the first item here is the Big Monsieur Lancome mascara. I don't know if I have tried this mascara before. I feel like I have, but I don't know. I feel like I have, but if I have, then I will put this in a giveaway. For those who haven't already, my giveaway ends next week on the 16th. So I will post that above if those who have not taken advantage of that. It's pretty simple to enter. Just watch the video and I'll tell you how. So anyway, this is supposed to be for long full lashes to swipe away with power of mascara. So it's supposed to last 24 hours. That's interesting. Maybe I'll do like a little video on that. I've got so many ideas. I just need more time, guys. And then it says it's worth $25, I'm assuming, for the full price. We've got a Dolce & Gabbana perfume. I'm not a big perfume fan, so that is that. It's just a little sample. I usually pass these on to my mother. I don't like perfume that much, so that's me. We also have a CK Everyone perfume sample. Again, usually, oh, that one doesn't smell bad actually. That one I might keep. I don't know, I'm weird. I just don't like perfume that much. All right, next item here is the Pink Punch Cleansing Tissues by Toy Molly. These are 8 wipes. I always like getting these because when I do videos, I like to be able to wash off the samples on my arm, so that's always handy. This is, it's supposed to remove eye and face lip makeup, but smells amazing. The normal size is 30 count. This is 8 count, and the normal size is $7. So that's pretty cool. Next thing here is the Vice Lip Chemistry Lasting Glass Tint by Urban Decay. Well, that's nice. I don't think I've ever gotten anything like this in a box, so that's kind of nice to get a nicer sample. So that is what the packaging looks like. Very fancy. And then let's see. Oh, it's a darker color. Why do they always send a darker color? It's a tint, so I don't mind as much, but it is a red color. Doesn't smell bad. So that's interesting. All right, so on this, I'm just gonna see if it like dries down a little bit. So this is the Vice Lip Chemistry in 21. So that is a red color, so it's a classic red lip. The full size is $22. And then the best part of this high shine formula is how it reacts to your pH to create a shade that's unique to you. See, I'm not a big fan of pH matching anything. I always find that the color does not look good on me. It's just gimmicky. I don't know how everybody else feels, but I do. So it says, wait a couple minutes after applying the gloss, wipe away the shiny top layer to leave behind a long wearing tint. So we put this on here. Let's see. I just tinted my hand like a pinky color. That's actually pretty. Okay, that's nice. I'm interested. All right, guys, next item here is a thing by Beauty by Pop Sugar. This is the Be Racy Lip Velvet Red Lip. What is it? Be Racy Liquid Velvet Lip. This is the tiniest little sample known to man. Look at that. Itty bitty. It is cute though. Let's see what this color looks like. It's also another like dark color, kind of like a cranberry color. All right, so let's see what they say on this one here. This is the Beauty by Pop Sugar Be Racy Liquid Velvet Lip and Berry Nice. So normal full price is $24. And yeah, it's supposed to be super pigmented and just need one swipe for the coverage you want. That does look actually super pigmented, just looking at that. So it is pretty. I'm kind of getting tired of darker colors on my lip stuff. Okay, the last thing here appears to be, there's two more things here. So there is this Tarte Park Avenue Princess Amazonian Day Waterproof Bronzer. This will go in a giveaway. I actually already own this color in a bigger sample. And so this full size is usually $30. So this will go in a giveaway because I already have it. And then the final thing here is this makeup must-haves. Okay, and so I'm not sure. They don't have a price on this, I don't think. Let me just show you guys this. This is actually kind of cool. So this is a set of 3 reusable makeup remover cloths and eyelash curlers. So let's just open this up and show you guys. Now I already have a eyelash curler, but I don't think it's unreasonable to have a second one. This is just your plain old eyelash curler. And then these are tiny little cloths that remove the makeup. I actually like these because this would be really good for travel. So that's exciting. All right, so sorry. That is my first one. It's okay. Not bad for 15 bucks, not amazing. I do like that it's a little bit different than some of the other ones, but I wasn't like amazingly wowed by it, but it wasn't bad. So I'll keep getting this for a while and see what I think, but that is that. I want to hear what you guys think about it. All right, guys, so let's talk a little bit about coronavirus. I know a lot of you guys were interested in that. Right now, so I live in San Antonio, for those that don't know, and I am an ER physician, again, for those that don't know. And so I am going to be on the front lines of this. We've been doing a lot of planning and getting prepared. Also, for those who don't know, I'm a medical director of the particular hospital I'm at, so I'm in charge of the doctors in the ER that I work at. So I am in a lot of higher level meetings where we decide what we're going to do in this outbreak. And so right now in San Antonio, we have not had any community spread confirmed. We've only had the confirmed cases from the military bases for those folks that were on the cruise ship that were then isolated in the military base in our community. So that being said, I do think that there is community spread within my area and all over the US. I've been saying this for a while. I think a lot of healthcare workers believe this as well. The reason I believe this, and I think a lot of us believe this, is we're not testing. And we're not testing because we have limited tests. My hospital is just finally going to get testing of its own here in the next day or two, but it is extremely limited, and we're going to have to save it for the sickest of the sickest, those that are admitted that we have any possible idea that they might have it. So that means all you're worried, well, the people that have flu-like illness but are not sick enough to be in the hospital, I have no ability to test for it, and as do most of my colleagues. I'm on a lot of forums on Facebook and other apps with other doctors, ER doctors, and everybody else. And pretty much universally, we've all said within the US that most of the states, most of us don't have the capacity to test. So we can't confirm that there is community spread any more than what is just out in the media. So why is this important? So the big thing about this virus is it's a coronavirus. So a coronavirus, there are several strains of coronavirus that are already out in the human population that you get every year. They're not deadly. They're just the normal human coronavirus. This one is different. This is novel, meaning it's never been in the human population before. And so nobody has immunity to it. We don't have a vaccine, and it is acting more deadly or more serious than our typical coronavirus. Also, just to give you guys a little bit of thing for my background, before I was a doctor, I was a microbiologist. I got a microbiology degree and I worked in microbiology labs. So infectious diseases was actually what I thought I was going to go into before I became an ER doctor. So I do actually feel fairly qualified to talk a little bit more about this than your average doctor. Not that I'm an ID doctor, obviously. But so what does that mean for you guys, the coronavirus, right? So because it's novel, it is going to infect people a lot easier. People are not immune to it, so it's going to infect a broader spectrum of people. And I know a lot of people are equating this to just the flu. And the problem is the flu's numbers are not as deadly. Why? Because we have a flu vaccine, and two, the current strains that are going around, a lot of people are immune to it. So the death rate right now for the flu is about 0.1% across the board. Now, flu is widely infecting all over the world, and so the actual number of deaths are much higher. But also remember, we have an easy flu test, a rapid flu test that pretty much any clinic, laboratory or hospital can do, and so our numbers are a lot more accurate. That's part of the problem. So for the coronavirus, we don't have the ability to test easily here in the US. So we're not doing large numbers of testing. We're only testing the sickest of the sickest. So right now our numbers look really awful, and the US death rate is very high. I do think that number will come down closer to somewhere between 1 and 2%. But what concerns me as a healthcare worker is not that it's going to get everyone sick and die. That's not what is concerning. I think most of us would say that. Your average person who is healthy under the age of 60 is going to do fine. You have no health problems, you're in your 30s, 40s, you're probably going to be fine. There are rare instances we're seeing out of Italy and Korea where young people who are otherwise healthy are getting really sick, potentially dying or ending up on a respirator. But that is a few and far between. The actual death rate for people under that age is something like 0.1 or 0.2%. It's very low. It's still higher than flu, but it's very low. The other good thing about this is it's not causing serious illness in children. If you're under 10, the likelihood of being seriously ill is pretty much non-existent. They haven't had any really young children die from this. So that is a good thing, and very confusing from an epidemiological standpoint because most viruses like the flu affect the really young and the really old. Now, if you are above 60, especially if you're above 70, this is going to be bad. Really, for people that are 70, 80 plus, even if you don't have health problems, the death rate is very high. The amount of people that end up being in the hospital are extremely high. If you're 80 plus, the death rate goes up some high percentage, like 15 to 18%. So that's why I, as a healthcare worker, am concerned. In my particular hospital, we have a very large elderly population, and that population is the most vulnerable. So why does this matter to you if you're a young, healthy person and your kids are not going to get infected? This matters because people around you are either immunocompromised, have a cardiovascular problem, are elderly, and those people will get sick, and a percentage of those people will die, a larger percentage than you are expecting. And so and we have no way to stop it. We have no medicines that make this better. We can only do supportive care. And those folks that are getting sick and ending up in the ICU are staying on ventilators for much longer than the flu. Flu is a couple of days on the ventilator. Those people turn around. The people that get this really bad, they get the double pneumonia because it's causing double pneumonia on these folks. This is viral pneumonia, so it's not getting better with antibiotics. They've shown that steroids are not helping. They, in fact, can make it worse. There's some talk of antivirals that may or may not do stuff, but really there's not much we can do but supportive care. Those folks are staying on the ventilators for a week, 2, 3 weeks. So why is this important? Our U.S. healthcare system cannot handle any more surge capacity than what we're already at. I can tell you at my hospital and pretty much any hospital in the US, we are running at 100 capacity as it is right now. I am having holds in my ER. I am having ICU holds. We are stretched to the brim, and this is without coronavirus cases. So you add in even a 5% increase of ICU cases, and we are going to be busting at the seam. If it goes beyond that, if we end up using more beds and having more sick people come in, and all those elderly people need to come in, we don't have the capacity. We don't have enough ventilators. And then what happens is you can't take care of all the people that still are going to come in for their appendicitis, for their heart attack, for their sepsis. Those people are still going to get sick. Those aren't going away. Even if you get rid of all the elective cases, our healthcare system cannot handle a huge surge of those ill. So I think it's really important to remember that, not to panic. You don't need to go out and buy 20 rolls of TP. The infrastructure is not going to shut down, but you need to be mindful of spreading this, even if you're young and healthy. So when the government or people come to you and say, we need to close down this event, we need to cancel this conference, we need to shut down schools, and you're like, I'm fine, most people are fine. That is true. However, do you want your 80-year-old granny to die because we don't have enough ventilators? If we can stop the community spread of this, if we can slow down the spread amongst people stay home as best they can and not go out when they're sick, and, children not go to school and asymptomatically spread them out and give it to granny, then that can slow the spread of this. The slowing of the spread of this is very important. It's still going to spread. But if we slow the spread of this, it will not overwhelm our healthcare facilities. And that's what I'm most worried about, because if we overwhelm our healthcare facilities, our mortality rate is going to go through the roof. Other word of note that I think is important is we don't have enough protective gear. So please don't go out and rush buy masks and everything. As it is and stands, all hospitals are short on what we call PPE or N95 masks and other protective gear. I, as a front runner, need certain protective gear to take care of the sickest so I can stay healthy, not spread it to other patients, and not get sick where I can't work. There are only a few of us. They can't make more ER physicians, and you can't make more doctors quickly. It just doesn't happen. Same with nurses, same with techs, all of that. Like, there's a finite supply of us. And and protective gear is incredibly important. I can tell you right now, the type of N95 mask that I currently wear is on back order. I have one mask that fits me right now, and they're trying desperately to find more. It's serious, and I don't think it's going to get better soon. So from a public health standpoint, please don't go and buy a bunch of it. Don't have your friends steal it from the hospital. You don't need it, okay? Just stay home, wash your hands, keep that nice social distance of 6 feet. Only go out to the grocery store and other places when you need to, okay? And don't, for the love of God, go travel all over the world, come back and cough on granny. Those are important things. This will pass, okay? It will pass eventually, but there's going to be a couple months where it's really, really rough. And I think it's very important that everybody be mindful of this. Don't panic, but be mindful, try to help prevent the spread of this, and keep everyone in your thoughts, okay? Because this is very important. This is, if you guys want any idea of what this might be close to, probably not as severe as the Spanish flu of 1918. Go look that up. Now, I don't think we're going to be anywhere near on that scale, but we're going to be close to it, like up there. We're not going to be Ebola. I'm not scared. Like, Ebola terrifies me. This doesn't terrify me, but I am concerned. And I do have loved ones that are at high risk, and I worry about their health and, what we're going to do. So if you feel inconvenienced by everything that's going on, if you feel terrified that you're going to die and you're otherwise young and healthy, just take a deep breath and kind of take a deep breath and take a step back. Like, don't panic, but think about, this is serious and we need to be mindful. I am more than willing to do more talks on this as things progress. If you guys want to, I'm going to keep doing my unboxings because it is my happy place and it kind of keeps me in a happier mood. But I would like to know your guys' thoughts, if you thought this was helpful, if you want to hear more. I can keep updating you. This, I'll try to get out a video Sunday for you guys, and then it should be a little bit better. I really think it's not going to get bad here until maybe 2-3 more weeks, and then I think it's going to get pretty bad. So until that time, I'm going to try to keep putting out pretty regular content for you guys. But if you want to hear more about it, if you want updates, things like that, I'm more than happy to help with that. I think education is so important, and I just feel like there's a lot of sources of false media and false news going about. Like, people are saying things on either end of the spectrum, like, oh, it's nothing but the flu, don't worry about it. And then the other end is like, it's Armageddon, everyone's gonna die, like, stock up on the toilet paper and the things and quarantine yourself for the rest of your life. It's not that. And I want to put out good, proper public health information for all those that are interested. All right, guys, stay healthy, stay safe, and I hope that you enjoyed this unboxing, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.